All right, Rob, if you're ready to rock, we got 610 coming here with the song Feeling Like a Czar. Let's hear it, man. Roll it.
When every day's the same and your attitude is so lame, the world inside is tame, and I'm tired of waiting for my fame. A spark becomes a flame, an inferno inside my brain. There's only one love to gain. When I hear my famous name, feel like a czar, don't care who you are, celebrate my fame, everyone knows my name. Feel like a czar, don't care who you are, all my seeds are sown, hurry for I'm dethroned, before I'm dethroned. All these clothes are worn, and the memories are so torn from ritualistic porn. The revolution can now be born. Welcome into the fold, in a kingdom that's growing old. Let the truth be told, that you'll never find the gold. You'll never find the gold. Feeling like a czar, don't care who you are, celebrate my fame, everyone knows my name. Feeling like a czar, don't care who you are, all my seeds are sown, hurry for I'm dethroned, before I'm dethroned.
All right, that was 610 with Feeling Like a Czar. All right, so, got a few thoughts on this one. So, I mean, we've gotten some music from 610 before, and I was digging some of the older stuff. I think this one was a bit of a step back, I hate to say. I mean, it was a pretty rough recording. I do understand. I think he's going for that garage sound here, right? So, I mean, I get it, right? I get the style. I get the old school, garage minimalist type of a production sound, right? It works in the right setting. But that being said, that doesn't mean you should ignore like proper panning and everything in the mix, right? Like thing that jumped out to me, guitars always jump out to me, is you throw on the headphones, like the electric guitar during the verses, it's all the way on the left side. That's it. Like there's nothing on the right side when he's singing. That's unorthodox. It rarely like sounds good when you do that type of panning in the mix.
That's one way to
And
say
it was
it.
just kind of like a thin signal with the guitar, and it was like the vocals were kind of in a different place. And yeah, I think this may have been just an experiment to go for that garage sound, but I just think it needs a little more polish, even being in that style. But what do you think, Joe?
Yeah, I mean, engineering wise is probably what we're talking about more than maybe the song itself. But yeah, I mean, some of the some of the transitions of the drums, like the loops or whatever, weren't really that smooth. And I definitely noticed the panning thing that you said about the guitar. Like in the beginning,
Yeah.
I'm like, so I love it when thrash bands do that. I think it's awesome when it's like, like Slayer does it on all their like middle 80s, like late 80s, early 90s, mid 90s.
Yeah, but there's
albums.
so much other
Listen,
stuff
though, for a
that.
second.
Yeah, go ahead.
But it's like they start and it's like they have like the, the starting riff and it's like over here on this side and then like they switch,
Yeah,
and then it comes together, something like that. But yeah, this one, it kind of just sounded like the other channel came in sort of like there was a bad plug or something and it kind of just came in randomly,
right.
So I don't know. I mean, like you said, unorthodox, I think is a good word for it. Yeah, and then like the vocals, were kind of, I don't want to like rip on him too much because this guy works really hard at his music. So I don't, I want to be honest though, because like I tell my students, if I'm not being honest with you, you know, then I'm lying to you, you know, in a lot of ways. The other thing was the vocals, just like way too bright, way too upfront.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's just my sense that I think this was maybe an experiment, right? Just to kind of go for this like late 70s punk garage type of sound, right? And just kind of reproduce that. But again, the conclusion is like, that's fine. That part is fine, but that doesn't mean just ignore like all the levels in the mix and the panning, everything, because it's not gonna produce what you're going for. Because like I'm listening on speakers here during the song, and the electric guitar during the verses, it's just you can barely even hear it, right? And then you put on the headphones, and then it's all the way to the left. So it's like whether you're on headphones or speakers, either one, it's not working. So that's yeah, it just needs to be that needs to be fixed, I think. Yeah, or just take another try at the mix, I think, because I feel like I know what he was going for. It just wasn't put together in the best way.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, we're giving honest critiques, but I really like this guy a lot overall. Like, he's been working real hard over the last like 5 years. Comes out with a new EP like once or twice a year.
Yeah.
So more power to you, man. Hope you can take our thoughts with a grain of salt. And then I have I'm gonna be writing a review on him. There's other songs too. This is just the one that I kind of randomly picked because it was kind of sort of the title track, I guess. But yeah, look at the other ones too. And